Hello dear students, today we are going to start the new chapter, that is weather, climate and adaptation of animals to the climate. So in this chapter we are going to study about what is meant by the weather, what is meant by the climate, what is the difference actually in between the weather and the climate. Mostly we peoples normally used to say or try to be common the two things like weather and a climate as a same one, but it's not the same. There is some slight difference. What the difference, and what are the different elements and the factors which makes them as a different, okay, and that's why they are having a different meaning also. Those things we are going to study here. Along with that, some of the elements like factors which are included in the weather and which are included in the climate, and the adaptation of animals means which are the animals, including we and other animals who survive on the earth. Okay, according to the change in the weather and the climate, they used to be adapt or make some change in them to survive in a particular region. So which type of the animals they are, their examples also we are going to see in the next session, or 2 3 examples also we will see in this chapter session. So here the first question will arise, that what is mean by the weather and what is mean by the climate, is it? So before that we will see the which are the topics we are going to be covered in this chapter. That is the weather, climate and adaptation, okay, and next is the adaptation of the animals like polar regions animals and the tropical rainforest. There the which type of whichever the type of the animals used to survive. According to that we will see pointwise how they used to adapt themselves in a particular region. So first of all, what is mean by the weather? The atmospheric condition of a place on a daily basis with regards to aspects such as, so it is just a state of atmosphere, means it's a condition of atmosphere which is based according to the locations. Means we know that each and every region, that may be a city area or village or any type of this country or the state, according to that we know that every state, countries, everyone having a different climate and the weather, is it? So where they used to live, where their location is, according to that on their basis the weather can be matters, is it? We will see some examples so you can understand it easily. So the definition is weather is the state of atmosphere, or it is a condition of atmosphere at a location on the daily basis. According to that the weather matters. Okay, so now here which are the factors or the elements which included the weather? According to that we says that today's weather is very sunny, today's weather is so hot, so cold, damp, moist, is it? So see the elements like humidity, temperature, wind, rainfall, wind speed and the clouds etc is referred to as the weathers of the places. So if the rainfall will be more, less, or the temperature will be more or less, that may be hot, cold, according to that we says that today's weather is like this and like that type, is it? So the places humidity and temperature are other factors are known as the elements of the weather. So these are nothing but the elements of the weather. So according to them only we can decide the weather is this and that type of, okay. Now we will see how to change, means how actually the change in weather occurs. So weather can even change over a short period of a time. Yes, we know that if in the morning the sun rise, is it? So at the time it will be for a few time or it will be for a longer time, is it? According to that we say that today is very hot, if it will be for a till the sunset time, is it, and very sunny day. If the arising time only there will be the sun, and later the whole day will be a cold at that time, we also just judge that it's a today's climate or the today's weather is slight cold or the damp, is it. So likewise, this change in the weather changes according to the over short period. So weather is over a short period, okay, but the climate is for a longer time or the longer period. So this is the slight difference. So we will see the climate means what and what is the actual difference. We will understood later when we in detail understand the climate, okay. So now we are going to focus only on the weather. Now the elements which included in the weather, or according to that matters the weather, is it. So here how we can measure the temperature. See guys, there are so many instruments which got we can say that which can be get measured by a particular companies or under the government authority. According to that, in the news report we used to see and listen that today's temperature of that particular state or the particular region is that much and this much, is it. So who is going to be identify those things? That is only done under the meteorology and climatology section. So this is the major focus of a meteorology is a weather forecasting. So weather forecasting, under that only this change in the temperature, weather and any other elements which included under the weather that get concluded, and we will get to know that the particular region of the particular world is like this, okay. So now here, how the temperature used to they measure. See guys, you can see in the image one instrument is there that is called as a minimum and maximum, or you can say maximum and minimum thermometer. So in the previous chapter we have learned about the different thermometers like clinical and lab thermometer, is it. So those are just differ from this type of a thermometers. This type of thermometer used to measure the temperature same, but not a human body temperature or not any other substance or the liquids, or we can say which we normally used in the laboratory and the medicine medical purposes, is it. It's not like that type of. So this measures at a time both range, that may be minimum or that may be a maximum one. That's why it is known as maximum and minimum thermometer. So in the image you can see the one side is written as a minimum and another side as a maximum. So the one side that is in U shape, the minimum one can measure the minimum range of that temperature, that may be cold or that may be hot, or maximum can measure the if the it will be more or the more than that, is it. That's why it is known as a maximum and minimum thermometer. So this thermometer is made up of, or it's consisting of alcohol inside it. In the normal thermometer we have heard that it's consisting the mercury, is it, and we have learned about the mercury is very toxic, is it, and it's very hard to handle. So it's better to use the alcohol instead of using a mercury. That's why in this thermometer, in maximum and minimum thermometer, they have used the alcohol for measuring the particular range, that may be a minimum, that may be a maximum. So two measurements scales are listed here. First one, that is a one record for the maximum and another one for the records the minimum temperature of a particular weather, okay. So this was about the maximum and minimum thermometer. So why we are learning this is just one main element of a weather. According to that, we says that today's weather or the today's temperature is this and that. According to that we judge the weather is like this, is it, it's very sunny and whatever. Next, That is the another one instrument is there, that is one more element we can measure, that is a rainfall. So weather forecasting, according to that, they also suggest us, or they can also give us conclusion that the how much percentage or degrees Celsius of amount of rainfall has done in a particular region over all the world. Is it? In the news or in the newspaper we used to hear these things. So how the peoples used to be calculate, how the people used to be conclude these things? By using this instrument that is called as a rain gauge. The rainfall is measured by one instrument that is known as a rain gauge. So it is having a three parts, guys. In the short term we will see how it is measured, the rainfall. So see, three parts are there. First one is the funnel. Inside the triangle shaped, we know that that is a funnel, okay, to collect the water. So what happens here, let me show. So this is the funnel, okay, and inside there is a one cylinder like or the tube like structure, okay. The inside is inner measuring tube, and on that measuring tube there is a measurements, is it? And outside is called as a cylinder. Outer one is called as a outer cylinder, this one, guys, along with the cap, okay. So this is the actual the structure of a rain gauge. So it is consisting of the three parts. First one, funnel to collect the water, and inside inner measuring tube to measure a collected water inside that tube. Now what is the role of that outside cylinder? See, if the inside tube will get fulfilled by the rainfall, if the rainfall will be more or maximum, at that time one more question will arise, that if the rainfall will be more, then how it possible to measure? It will be get fulfilled soon, is it? That will be the condition. So at that time what they used to do, the whatever the water has collected, rainfall water has collected in that inside tube, that got measured first, later it will be get decant or it will be get removed out, and whatever the water has came inside that outer cylinder, that will be again get measured by the inside tube. So this is the actually way how the rain gauge helps to measure the rainfall, that may be maximum or minimum type of, is it? If amount will be more, we can say that the rainfall is today is that much of degree Celsius in this much, it is. So it is very best way to measure it. So this was about the two main elements which are included in the weathers. We mostly talk about the temperature and the rainfall, is it? So these are the basic things how they used to be measured by using instruments. See, so here we will see some adaptation in the plant elements, because in the previous session we have studied about the climates, is it? What is meant by the climate and all these things, and the some of the adaptations in the animals, is it? So remaining there are the two animals, about that we are going to see. Adaptation of the elephant. See, guys, elephant is, we know that it's one big animal, is it? Forest areas we can normally says that. So it is having some parts like a trunk, tuska or large ears and the big size. So what is the adaptation in them? Trunk is very longer one in them. So what is the use of the trunk? To take up or access the food materials and other trees, fruits or whatever they require for the eating purpose. They can easily pluck and take from the any height of a plant or the tree, is it? So that is for there. And again to suck a water, is it? So now here tuska. So tuska is a tear, sorry, it is a one teeth, the big teeth we normally says that. Let me show you here. This is outer side, whitish one, is it? So it is called as a tuska or the tuska, whatever you call. It is used. So what is their use? It is they used for the tearing any type of fruits, or that may be any leaves or any type of food materials. If they feel it's very difficult to break, so with the help of the tusk they used to be tear and eat up. Now another one use of this tuska is that we mostly the peoples who hunt the animals, they used to be always go towards the essential things of a particular animals having their in body parts. Is it, for example, like a lion or tigers hairs or their skin? Is it so like that in the elephant also, it is a very expensive thing which is a tuskar. From that, in the market it's very expensive and they get sold, and from them the ornaments can be get made. Is it? So that's why it is one use of that also, making an ornament. Next is that is a large ear. So what they having, they having a large ears. What is the logic behind they having adapted with a large ears? See, in the polar region of bear, we have studied that they having a very small ears. Is it? Why they having a small ears? Just to keep maintain the heat inside them and not to exhaust the heat from their body easily. Is it? That's why they having a small ears. But in case of these animals, they used to be live in a hot region. Is it? Or the high temperature region. That's why they having a big size of the ear, and they can easily get float the air inside their air inside their ear. Okay, so this is the one logic to get a cool and feel a cool like a fan, like, okay, that is just like a fan for them. Whenever they feel very hot, so they can, with the help of that ear, they will get ear. Okay, next is that is a big size. What is the logic of they having a big size, guys? See, we have studied that some of the animals they having a very different type of body structures, not to get catched by any other predator. Is it? So this is the one more advantage of such animals, they having a big size, because they never fear about any other animals, because they having a very big size. And from then, if anybody wanted to hunt them or anybody wanted to kill them, so nobody can dare, because they having very big size and they can fight very easily and they can escape very easily. So that is also good sign of having a big size, that is it is a less fear from the or any other organisms to eat them. Is it? Or they hunt them or kill them. So this was the adaptation how in elephant takes place by having a different body parts. Next is adaptation of the monkeys. So in adaptation of monkeys, what happens, they are also having the so many body parts. Okay, so like us human being, they also having, but when some extra things they also got by the adaptation. So wherever they used to be live in the forest, according to that, they have got adapted. So see, what are the unique things? They having lightweight, obviously, because they have to be climb or they have to jump from one place to another place, so that's why their body is very light in weight. Okay, next is having a long tail. Obviously the long tail is nothing but a prehensile prehensile tail, and it is also called as a third hand, because their tail is also play a important role or essential role in hanging to the branches or jumping from one branch to the another branch. Is it? Even if by accidentally, if they were their hands or legs will get slip out. Okay, so they can easily catch any type of branch of a tree very easily with the help of the tail, because it's a very unique part of the habit. Next is having a small size. Obviously their face, you can say, see, their face is very smaller one as compared to the other organisms, and surrounding their faces they having a hairs. Is it hair that is like act as a beard? Is it? So that is one unique thing to catch any other organisms and cannot be able to identified by any other organisms to get catch to them. Is it? And next is having they live in a group. So what they used to do, they used to be live in a group. So see guys, this term we have studied in other organisms also. Is it? Like a penguin, they also used to be live in the group, because they will having very less fear from any other predators, is it? So it's a better. One more thing, that they used to be live in the group, and they will not having any or we can say the predator will not dare to attack on them, is it? So this was about the adaptations and the weathers and the climates. These things we have studied in the second video. In the first video you have if you have learned very properly or got to understand the points about the climates, then it's the best way to differentiate what is meant by the weather and the climate, some adaptations in the different animals. And now just remaining two animals adaptations also we have studied. For any doubts and difficulties, you can ask me anytime. So this was about the weather, climate and adaptations in the animals chapter. Thank you.